Hi guys, welcome to Daylee Chats, and yes, that is the name of my YouTube channel. It is a pun, but how could you not if your name was Daylee? So, I will always have coffee in hand because I drink coffee all throughout the day, as I touched in my last video. And I'm at the last leg, so there is coffee in there. I don't want you to think I'm just holding a coffee mug like some kind of doof. So, there is coffee, and I will finish it during this video. All right, life at sea. I get questions all the time. Oh man, you worked on a cruise ship, you danced on a cruise ship. That's so cool. You know, what's this? You know, what's life here? You know, what's the hot gossip? You know, it's a Mean Girls quote if you didn't know that. To just introduce kind of my background history on cruise ships. I started in 2017 after I graduated college. I had an offer to go to South America, Antarctica, and I went to New York for the rehearsals. I was there for about 5-ish weeks, and I had a medical setback, so I didn't finish rehearsals, but I was sent home, and they said, hey, whenever things get figured out, we'll take you back. I said, all right, let's do it. So 2018 rolls around. I'm like, what up? I'm ready. And they said, okay, come on in. So I went back to New York, went to rehearsals, and then that was a 6-week period, and that kind of rolled into 2019. So 2019 started, and I had my first real contract, and it was amazing. I got to go to the Caribbean, South America, specifically Brazil, the Amazon River, and then we did a transatlantic over to the Mediterranean. And you guys, the Amazon River, it is just highly recommend. So did that. I had 3 months off, I think, and then I got a call to replace another dancer on a cruise ship for just 6 weeks. So it's crazy. Honestly, the contracts can just vary. You can either go for 9 months or 6 weeks to fill in for someone if they're injured, and then the other original dancer / singer gets brought back. So that contract was South America, the southern part of South America, and my previous contract was the northern part of South America. And I went to Antarctica this time. The first time that I was talking about, didn't actually get to go anywhere, but this time I did. I went to Antarctica and it was great and I loved it. So to touch on the basic questions that I get, usually it's, where do you go? How long is the contracts? Covered both of those. What is it like to live in a cabin? So I had a roommate and we had no windows. We shared a bathroom. As a dancer, you have more amenities than other job occupations on the ship. However, there's obviously people that are above you that have better amenities. So I was very blessed to be able to have the amenities that I did in order to share a room with just one person and share a bathroom with just one person. How did you live in a room with no windows? The key to that is not to stay in there very long and to make sure you and your roommate are on very good terms, which me and my roommate are. We are still in contact to this day. She's one of my very best friends. So yes, it is hard, but it is also very important to make your cabin as homey as possible, putting up pictures, just decorating if you can. I know that seems silly just because you're going to be there for 9 months, but every little bit helps. You know, do you have to eat in crew areas, blah, blah, blah. Well, as my title as a dancer, I did not have to eat in crew areas. Was that available to me? Absolutely. I was also able to eat in certain guest areas, but that required me to get dressed and look presentable every single time that I went up. And I know you're thinking, okay, this chick is super freaking lazy and she's complaining about people cooking for her and blah, blah, blah. No. That's not what I'm talking about. So imagine waking up in the morning and you get up and you have like this nice, great stretch and you have your coffee and you go to your kitchen and you make yourself this cute little breakfast and, you know, you take a picture of it and you post it on social media if you're that kind of person. If you're not, like, You just make yourself some breakfast. You can't do that on a cruise ship. So you wake up, you have to look presentable. You go upstairs and somebody makes breakfast, lunch, dinner, etc. for you. And while that's all well and good, it makes you realize how grateful you are to have your own home where you just make yourself whatever you're feeling like that morning, like whether it be cereal or such and such. And you can wake up at, later or super early and you make breakfast whenever you're hungry. But on a cruise ship, breakfast is from A to B time slot. So if you miss it, that's it. Sometimes you want like breakfast for lunch or breakfast for dinner. Nope, you don't get that. So that is a downside, but it is very nice having people cook for you and not having to worry about it. You're just kind of like, all right, this is what's presented to me. I'm going to pick whatever is available. Okay, how often did you work on the ship? So as a dancer, we only had to dance and we didn't have any other duties on board, as in like we didn't have to work in other places on board, except the only thing that we had to do was whenever we had a drill for the guests, we had to help just kind of corral them. So that was only once every itinerary, if that makes sense. So as a itinerary, I mean a group of guests comes on, they stop at their little points, and then they get off and a new guest group comes on. So I had to do that once per itinerary. And as for dancing, we only danced each of the shows once per itinerary. So we had 6 shows total. We had 5 full 45 minute shows, and then we had 1 bumper show, which was aka a welcome show, which was maybe 20 minutes long, but we only had like 2 or 3 dances in it that were very short. So we only did each of those once. So our shortest itinerary was 12 days. So that's 6 days off. And that time is to be filled doing whatever you want to do. And that meant we got to get off quite a bit and see part of the world. So I'm very grateful for that. I read a lot of books. I worked on learning Spanish. I did a lot of puzzles. And by puzzles I mean Sudoku. But yeah, you just you fill your time with what you can. So my coffee is almost done. Now I'm out. Yep. Thank you so much for watching. If you have any other questions, post them in the comments or shoot me an email, shoot me a DM. I'm super happy to address these. I would love to do another video on cruise life if that is something that you guys maybe want to hear about. So let me know, and I hope all of you have a great day, and don't forget to subscribe.